Okay, the cedar tree has been given the nickname the tree of life because it is such an important resource. In former times, our people really depended on it for transportation, that being the canoes, the longhouses, so the living space, and then much of the artwork was also made of cedar, and also the clothing, so the weaving, largely made out of cedar bark. You never harvest more than a third of the circumference of the tree. That is to not kill the tree, and but there's a lot more to it than that. So you go out and because everything has energy, everything has spirit. You spend some time letting the tree know what you're doing and asking for permission to use the bark. And and you can do a little test strip where you're seeing how easily it's coming off before you do your main peel. So when I peel the bark, right away we're separating the inner bark from the outer bark and leaving the outer bark there in the forest. And the inner bark you're making nice bundles out of, and usually you harvest a bunch at once, so you have several bundles. And the women, when they would go out in big numbers to do this, they had a special knot that they would tie their bundle with so that they could identify which bundles were theirs. Shaping the hat is you use a mold, so like a wooden shape that's the same shape as the underside of this hat, and that is you weave over top of that to get that shape. I didn't actually make this hat though. There's there's another hat that has a little kind of top knot bit on it, and like the Hutwith's hat, the hereditary chiefs had a little like bubble kind of on the top of their hat. It looks much the same, but with a little bubble, and they would put a pin through their hair, which is in a top knot on the top of their head, and through the hat, and that secures it on.
The MP have to have a good heart and a good mind to work with all of the beading or any of the weavings that you have to have it in your has to be really strong in here. You have to want it before it can be really good for you. And you can actually ask it for a direction. If you treat it just like you would your elder, if you wanted some help, then you would ask the cedar to help you, or whichever medium you're working with. So culturally, it can help you become sane, to stay sane, to be CM, to be good.